Previously on the Goblin Market. The crew is trying to round up allies. They've got Ael Durin somewhere out in Hardat, and they just ran into and recruited Welena Zagat in a nasty fight with Githyanki that left all but one of the sickly, malnourished astral plane wanderers dead. But as they go back into town, something feels different in the Goblin Market. The tendrils are weaker that link them to the tower. Their contracts fill their minds. What does this mean? What's happening? Find out this week on the Goblin Market.
To the river they tread, only to be swept away.
Morning and evening you may hear the cry, candies and berries and baubles to try, sweet to the tongue and sound to the eye, but heed words of caution when you then decide to come by, come by, get, come by, come by, get, come by, come by, get.
Just beware the Goblin Market.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. You are listening to the Goblin Market on the Dungeon Dads Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your DM, Tom Blaylock, and I'm joined by Sam Frank, playing Charnak the Botanist. What's up, Sam?
I think that's a big promise you've made. Are we really going to find out?
We are going to find out.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Unless you guys try to FAFO. Wait, I'm not sure I'm using that right.
I think you want us to FAFO, so we find out.
Yeah, okay. No.
We're going to faux-fay.
Faux-fay.
We're going to find out, and then we're going to fuck.
And then And John Watson will be playing Dinfa. What's up, John?
And what's going on, man? Yeah, I just I want to see what in the world you're talking about.
Well, I think a phone call that we had, the two of us had earlier in this week, inspired what's going to happen tonight. So
What?
So you're going to be ready for this. John has no idea though. What we talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, John just talks too much. That's the thing. Doesn't even remember half the shit he said.
And no, it's not the how to solve racism conversation that we had. It's not that one. It was a different one. It's a different conversation.
Son of a bitch! I thought we were going to solve it.
I'm Xing that off my checklist for tonight.
Yeah, that's not the one.
Man, I had so many talking
Solve
points.
racism.
No.
That was number 3.
And Tim Carr, who will be playing Eabis. What's up, Tim?
What's going on, everybody? Just glad we can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Whatever the fuck we want. Yeah.
Yeah. Free speech.
Free speech, bitch. First Amendment, the first one. Rule number 1.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can say what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rule number 1.
Yeah. Which one is the one that I get to change what you do because I'm in charge of like the narration? Which amendment is that?
Is there an exception to the First Amendment when you say something too stupid?
Maybe.
No, dumb speech is protected.
It's all
Thank
protected.
God.
Well, so last week, you were all sort of like, well, literally like a third of the Goblin Market was chilling out in Dinfa's apartment, in Dinfa's crib. And he now has portal doors, like it's just like Swiss cheese on his wall. And it's unclear exactly why Marquise de Hage decided to do this, but he is doing it. He's doing it up. And because of that, Dinfa, you've just stopped closing your front door because it just doesn't feel like it matters anymore. And the only
You
people
live in
who
a
are coming
hallway
up,
now.
it's just like it's bad. You may even want to sleep in Charnak's or Eabis's place. In fact, how busy this place is becoming. It's been about a week as Markeef tries to figure out, based on the instructions that Wilena gave you about where to meet up with her and all that, like he's having a hard time pinpointing it. You have the marking that you put in your hand, but he's like, he's still trying to suss it out. He's like, it's just not safe. It's not safe until he has eyes on the ground in that plane. And around the 6th or 7th day, your Eabis, your goat, goes missing.
Okay.
And what's your goat's name again?
Hold on a second.
Sorry, I don't have it written
Wait
down
a second.
here.
His goat had a name that he made a note of that now he has to go back and refer to.
Yeah.
You could have said anything, Tim.
Kozel. I didn't even find the note.
Kozel. Good. I'm about to infer something about Kozel. It's going to be some Kozel inference.
Good Lord.
Sorry.
Listen,
It's like,
he's stubborn.
that's like cheesy math humor. All right. So Kozel goes missing, and it's weird. And later that day, you see Kozel walking down the side of the tower, and is it she or he?
No, I never
She.
checked.
She says it's a she. She sort of walks down the side of the tower and walks straight over to the place where she feeds outside of your apartment, and
Not
she
the slug
walks.
farm. Shouldn't go back to the slug farm where
She goes back to the slug farm, and she goes right past it and walks directly into Dinfa's place, where there are now you have the reams that are hanging out there. There's someone playing cards that you don't even recognize.
Okay.
Dinfa, are you in there?
I think that I've been. How many days has it been?
It's 7 days.
So I think I've been splitting time between Eabis and Charnak's room,
Okay. All right.
just trying to get a little bit of sleep.
So,
Go to
Kozel's-
Eabis's room. I only have this one tiny bed.
I've been bringing a bundle, not trying to disturb anybody, but I've been laying it on the floor and just
Okay. All right.
laying down and going to sleep.
So Kozel looks around your place and then goes and knocks with her teeth on Charnak's door.
With her teeth. My goat has so many other options.
All you know is it sounds like someone knocked. It's just a detail, Sam. It's just a detail. She's gnawing at the handle.
Who's that gnawing at my door? I open it
It
up.
is I.
There's a goat.
It is I, Fitzrall. Open the door immediately.
I open the door immediately.
And you see Kozel the goat there.
What?
And
What?
she walks straight past you, walks around, sees Dinfa, and says, I bring very bad news.
What?
Gather yourselves together. Do not bring Markeef.
What?
Get Eabis. This impacts all three of you.
All right. And I begin collecting myself. I go and knock on Eabis's door.
What is it?
Markeef is a goat and has said
Markeef?
Not Markeef. What's the name?
Fitzrall.
Fitzrall is a goat and has said that there is some information that we need to know. Something bad has happened.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back in the other room, Fitzrall and I are just making awkward conversation.
Yeah.
Read any good scrolls lately?
No, I haven't been getting too into scrolls recently.
I read a pretty good one recently. Well, it would take too much setup to explain.
All right. I think we've come over.
All right. Good. All right.
I'll spare you time.
I'll tell you later.
You had better sit down, Dinfa.
Just say what you need to say.
Reese Carter is dead.
What?
I know it shouldn't matter. He no longer has a contract with the Goblin Market. But, well, let me go back to the beginning. I am tied, and they are tied to me. All contracts signed with the Goblin Market. They are written on soul-laced parchment. And it gives me a certain amount of cognition of them and the people that are tied to them.
Does that mean you have cognition of us?
Well, yes. In a manner of speaking, I do. As the contracts are signed, the people and the places and the terms are seared into a kind of collective understanding of the world. It is hard to explain, except that I can say that when there are contracts that are written, tiny tendrils, soul threads become linked to me. It is what keeps the contract sacrosanct, and it keeps one from changing the terms. I can sort of tune out contracts that have been fulfilled, and those that are that are currently out. Zagat's contract had been, let's say, archived for your understanding. After I discovered that Reese was dead, I began to channel and attune in order to look at other contracts that I hadn't been keeping track of. Villanelle Zagat had listed Hawthorne on her contract. Do not ask me to explain. I cannot reveal the contents, the direct terms of the contract. Just know that there was a contingency built into her contract that involved Hawthorne. 4 weeks ago, Hawthorne disappeared from existence. I can sense it when someone accesses the contracts. And so I sort of sent a soul ping out for each of your names. And Dinfa, I'm sorry to say that while Reese Carter had completed his contract, he was attempting to enter into a new contract with Bodum. And I think because it was never signed, I can tell you that the terms of his contract was that he would save you from the Azure Foundry.
What?
That was the terms of his contract, never signed. A contract that is impossible to fulfill cannot be signed. And shortly after, he was dead, extinguished. And so I accessed Charnak, your contract, and Eabis, your contract, and Dinfa, yours. They had all been recently accessed from the archives. The only one who can do that is head of the temple, or me, or King Bodum. I fear that whoever is named in your contract is in dire straits, grave danger. I can't tell if Bodum is sending us a message or if he is just being a dick. But, and he pulls out parchment. He reaches kind of oddly down. His goat's mouth opens up and starts looks like he's rooting for fleas on his belly. And he pulls out from his belly, out of almost nothing, seemingly, a trifolded piece of paper. And he gives one to you, Dinfa, and he gives one to you, Eabis, and he gives one to you, Charnak. And he says, "These are the names and the places that are listed in your contracts. You need to go and warn these people. Bring them back to the Goblin Market if they're still alive. For their safety and for yours."
What kind of time do we have?
I don't know. No time. I ask that you not tell Markeef about this. Everyone on his contract is now dead. And the small town where you, Charnak, and Markeef originally hailed from, it has come under intense troubles. One can only hope that these are related and that the troubles are over now that Markeef's sister, uncle, and niece are all extinguished.
Well, I don't know that my contract would have mentioned anyone else. It was a straight quid pro quo, goods for services. But Eabis and Dinfa.
I'm looking down at mine. Do I recognize the names?
Well, Dinfa, don't forget, none of you have shared with me the contents of your contract.
So, which contract though? Because we made contracts
another one with
the Azure Foundry that we discussed.
So, it's the original contract with the Goblin Market when you first became members there. So each of you has a name or a place on your contract. You can think about it for a little bit, but there's definitely someone or some place here that you recognize, and that Charnak, you are surprised that you put it in your contract. You read your contract over. You assumed it was just quid pro quo, but you must have mentioned something about a forest or a.
I'm sure someone with Bodom's resources could find out where I'm from.
Sure.
Does he seek to burn my home to the ground?
I know not.
I cannot bring an entire land's people to the Azure Foundry.
He would not destroy an entire people or an entire plane. He would do something that would hurt you. It seems to be that is what he's doing. Because your new contract is sacrosanct and he cannot go against it. He cannot go against me if you are in the terms of your contract, especially on the astral plane. He could attempt to stop you if he has a contract of his own for something else. But this is villainy, plain and simple.
I'm going to look down at my sheet.
All right.
And I'm going to see if it says anything about Modran and Ancella.
That's who's on there. Say's laughing at me right now.
This is efficient.
Who's on there now?
Yeah.
You're telling me who's on there.
But it says that they're alive.
He said that they are not yet extinguished.
I literally was shaking hands because I'm here because they're supposed to be dead,
All right.
and I've been here since I was 6.
Dinfa, are you? I sense something off. Who are these people?
These are my parents.
What was the terms of your contract?
I wanted to know what happened to my parents.
Bodum could have told you. I suppose he wanted to wait until the completion of your contract. They are alive and getting older.
But why am I here then?
Perhaps you were tricked. You were just a child.
Were you an ugly child or disagreeable in some way?
I punched Charnak. Where's the offhand attack? Hold on a second. Right in the face. 13.
Charnak in his gnome clothes only has an AC of 10. But he's got plenty of hit points.
What's that? Plus strength. It's like 1 plus strength or something.
Yeah, 1 plus your strength.
So 2 damage.
I will take that as a yes.
I do that, and I kind of walk off in a different direction. I'm not doing well with this information.
So, King Fitzrall, you know that Markeef's lineage has been extinguished, but no other word on how fares the village of Fey Far Floffen.
Fey Far Floffen has not had a murder in over 100 years, and now it has had 4. They are not well.
Certainly, but does it still stand?
It still stands, yes.
Eabis, you're being very quiet.
I have been looking at the details. You may not know this about me, but I come from the city of Abremoch, on the 4th layer of hell called Phlegethos. And in my original contract, the goal was not simply to bring more servants of hell to the surface. It was more specific than that. It was to bring more from Phlegethos up in order to imbalance the power in the hells. What has become of it? I cannot imagine. It is the biggest city in Phlegethos. It is hot. It is in a volcano, but I don't know what could be done from here.
Bodum can travel. If he has targeted your people, or he plans to target your people, he can get there. What familial ties do you have with those there, and which names are on the contract?
I think there were names of the first 2 meant to be brought.
And how many of your kin do you have in Phlegethos?
There are many, but the relations are not straightforward. Canthar was one, and he was meant to be brought first. And Gishkak, who was more like a stepbrother. Those were the first 2 names on the contract.
Canthar and Gishkak. We can open up doors that will be very close to your homes. I think you should go. Warn them. And bring all you can back to the Goblin Market, back to the Foundry. I'm afraid there isn't time for you to go together. I suggest that you pack light and head home at once.
And the Goblin Market will not panic at the sight of demons.
We've had them and some in the past. Bring no more than 100 back, or else we might not have room for them. Charnak, how many do you think you will bring?
It is difficult to say. Everyone in Farfloffen hates me. They have terrible taste and judgment. I do not know how many will come. I can say I'm not overly fond of them as well. But it is my home, and I have a duty to it.
Perhaps bring the least disagreeable back with you. The ones who have the closest ties to you. But
well,
you may bring as many as 200 back because they are gnomes and they are small.
I hate to tell you, the ones that are closest to me will be the most disagreeable.
I'll leave it to you to handle that.
I do not like this splitting up. I do not like this crisis on the eve of action.
He sort of trails off as he realized
On the
we
eve
haven't
of
told
what?
Fitzrall about any of this.
On the eve of what, Charnak?
On the eve of the midsummer. It is midsummer in Farfloffen,
Oh, well.
and it is not a time for souls to be going separate ways.
I will convey to Markeef that he is to arrange companions for each of you in your home plains.
But I can't imagine that Bodum would have much impact in the Hells. It is the Hells, and
No.
Dinfa, what love do you have for the parents who abandoned you to the Goblin Market? Surely my errand takes priority.
I will say I'm
Those-
not worried.
Terrible and uncultured gnomes of Farfloffen must be saved from a gruesome death, no matter how despicable, poverty-stricken they are.
Charnak, no one is arguing with you. Maybe Dinfa will, but I am not concerned about Avremach. Gazra does not allow trespassers. None have ever left that come in. The defenses there are incredible.
And yet I sense the hand of a greater fate involved here. As
Well,
though
perhaps we should
somehow
let-
we must all make peace with our past before proceeding forward.
Well, perhaps we just bring Bodum to Abremach and we let the Hells do what they do.
This may be more of a spiritual journey.
I'll get the peyote.
We shall travel the astral plane in our minds.
My contract.
No, what was I saying?
Dinfa, do you know where your parents are? What plane they're in?
I mean, he thought they were dead.
Yeah, I mean they are somewhere in the upper plains.
I can tell you right where they are.
We're going upper plains, we're going lower plains.
They've
I mean,
settled in a city called Monterre.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, my entire contract was to find out this information.
Well, don't quit on us now, Dinfa.
I could go now and I could find out everything.
And then your payment would be to tell you what you have just found out?
If these people are indeed in danger, I need to know why. I've been here longer than the both of you. By far.
Is there a reason that you would want to hear, though? I mean, is there something you could hear about why you were sold to the Goblin market as a child that would make you go, oh, now it all makes sense?
It's something I need to hear. And then if I don't like the answer, there are people I need to kill.
Well, I can't argue with that.
I will call for Markeef. We have agents, or at the very least, sympathizers everywhere.
I assume Markeef will want to travel with me, if we are informing him now.
We will tell him that you are going to Far Fleckloven. What is it?
The kingdom of
I am
far,
going
far
to
away.
consort with the idiot gnomes of Fey Far Floffen.
Far Floffen, I apologize.
Farfikugan.
Far Fleckloven.
The village is Floffen. It is both Fey and Far.
Yes. Markeef will go with you. You should be prepared to deal with an emotional moment for him.
Ew.
We shall not tell him what awaits. Dinfa, we will be sending you straight to Mount Celestia.
Mount Celestia.
Yes, on the banks of the seven heavens.
Where is my splendor? Where is my body?
You may bring splendor, and you may bring Busk, and Eabis, you may bring Davman, but just remember that those you know there should not see you enter or leave those bodies.
What will we do with our other bodies?
I do not know. You could go as yourselves. That is an option.
I think when I go home, that seems more prudent. Because
Makes
Davin
sense.
will be roped. I cannot even imagine how we get these other two into Abremoch.
We have agents in Abremoch.
Yes, but the moment they are there, they will be essentially hunted down. Trespassers are not welcome.
We
But
have
let
insiders.
Let us deal with either Dinfa or Charnak's needs first. As I said, I am not too worried about the city.
Very well. And you don't hear him call, but Markeef shows up and says, My Lord King, you called, and you are outside of the tower. That is a odd thing. And he looks at the three of you like, what the fuck is going on here? What is this meeting about? Is there something I should be briefed upon? No.
Markeef,
He was supposed to be getting us something, right?
I hate to tell you, this time it's personal.
What? No. Are we talking about the thing that I think we're talking about? And you see Markeef.
Maybe Fitzrall should tell you.
Markeef makes he's trying to like sign something to you, and he's doing the like a long skinny thing, and then he shadows while Fitzrall's not looking at you, shadows like what it might look like if someone uses a wand. And he's like sending you an inquisitive look.
Markeef, I think you should listen to the words that Fitzrall will now be saying.
So Fitzrall turns and doesn't tell him everything, but says that your contracts have all been targeted. And he says, everyone who has been involved in this mission of infiltration has been targeted. Many are already dead. I am sending these 3 Kybers back with instructions they can bring anyone and everyone who is listed in their contracts back here to the Goblin Market, and we will make all accommodations for those who are coming. 100 or more from Eabis's home. 200 or more from yours and Charnak's home. And Dinfa may bring as many of the Azamars, Archons that choose to come with him back to the Goblin Market. Well, this is going to... Is it safe? No. It is not safe.
Azamars and demons in the same hell, in the same place. You don't know what you're asking for.
They will be going separately, and we need at least 2 contacts with some fighting ability in every single place that we send them. I can manage it. My Lord King. I will need a few hours. You do not have a few hours. We do not know where Bodum will strike next. He has been murdering across the plains. I can do my best. No, here. And he tucks under his, on his belly again, like he's looking for fleas, and he pulls out another parchment, and he says, here is 6 in each plane. They should be close enough, and they are skilled. I don't know them, Master. No, you wouldn't. But I do, and I trust them. Very well. And he gives you guys a look, and says, I will summon them, and I will open portals. He looks very nervous, and then he opens up his cloak so you can all see that he has a map in his coat pocket, and he drops it super obviously. It's really obvious when he drops it, and he walks out of the room.
I suppose I should pick this up, huh?
And then Bodum looks around and says,
Bodum.
Come, not Bodum, sorry. Fitzrall looks around and says,
fuck, that's not a map.
Yeah. Fitzrall says, go quick. Spend no more than 2 hours. You will be protected by all the power that I have to give, but I don't know if it will be enough. If Bodum shows up, run. Do not fight. And then...
Did he mean 2 hours total or 2 hours in each place? Fuck.
I think it is total, and we have to split up.
No. That is stupid.
They said they had...
What's on the map?
I'm going to unroll the map and look at it.
Okay. It is a very realistic plan of Fitzrall's tower on the floor where he sleeps. And everything is labeled, even things that are invisible. And he has circled the wand where the wand sits, and it sits, it's on the wall underneath a painting that you've seen the painting, but you've not seen anything being held underneath it, and it's circled like multiple times in ink.
I think he found what he was looking for us, but I don't know if it is worth us going there to find it now. What do you guys think?
They said they had people on the inside in each plane.
I
Wow.
find the timing of this suspicious. And I'm tired of going around cleaning up after Bodum rather than striking at the source. But if we can prevent mayhem that is imminent in the next 2 hours, I don't know that we have anything better we can do in that time.
I agree. If we could go in, each of us take a plane, find our people, and bring them back. And then we have the location of the wand. We immediately go then and strike. We can strike without having to worry about our loved ones. If anything, the time is now. We are being forced into action. If he is already planning and plotting against us, we have less time than we thought we did.
We are wasting too much time talking. We must
No,
move.
I want to talk for another hour.
I believe that is the first thing you have said to me all day.
Let us go then. Lead the way.
Okay. So, Markeef shows back up. Oh shit. My thing is frozen.
Clock's ticking, Tom.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
You did this.
Yeah. So Markeef comes back into the room as soon as he realizes the goat is no longer Fitzrall, and he says, "Is this a trap? Is this a trap? Does he know? Does he know that you're planning to, Does he?"
I don't even know if we know what we're planning.
Well,
But trap or no, I see no way out but through.
did he say that our people were being killed? Charnak.
Yes.
Did he say who?
Only that Bodum is liquidating the contracts.
Well, I'm going to go with you then. I am not sitting here while you get to go and save my people, my niece, my sister.
Well, I think that's an excellent idea, Markeef, and I believe you could absorb several arrows for me, which would be a great help.
Very well. I can do it. And
we
you,
have our chalks.
Yes, we have our chalks. And you, Dinfa, I have the location where I can send you. And Eabis,
Yes.
you'll be happy to know that we have 2 agents from your own town who are former goblins whose contracts have been completed and who returned home for God knows why.
That is strange. But wait, we are actually splitting up for this.
If we have but 2 hours, are you willing to forsake your people?
I still have trouble believing that anyone coming into that place would get out alive. Including Bodum.
I'm beginning to sense that you don't want to go home, Eabis.
Maybe I give my people too much credit. But that city is, if penetrable, inescapable.
And yet we have made a career of penetrating the impenetrable.
And how many times have we gone to the Hells?
How much more powerful than us is Bodum?
Perhaps 13 levels. Maybe 14 if it can be turned up that high.
Honestly, Eabis, with my lineage, I don't even know how long I could survive there.
Do we all have our own chalks, or is Markeith drawing all these up for us?
He's drawing them on the doors for you, but he gives you your own chalks, and he says, "Show me the sign to Dinfa's room. You all learned it. Show it to me."
I draw a door for that now just goes straight from my room to Dinfa's room.
Good. Yes, that's it.
There are a lot of doors in here.
Another one!
That's it. Good.
You can't do it anymore. Where the fuck is the door going to go? There's no room in his room.
It works. It works. All right. Eabis, you show me.
I do the same.
Okay. All right.
I must go gather my beautiful elf.
If I'm going to go home, I will not take Davmin.
It is.
I am definitely taking Bask.
It is the right choice. All right.
After a few minutes, you hear Charnak coming back from outside.
And there's one thing I gotta tell you, Splendor. This time, it's personal. They're gonna love you there, though. They're gonna love how tall you are. Famously fond of outsiders is Floffin. Although they are idiots and desperately poor. And lacking charm and grace.
I think.
And culture. Any sort of coherent ideology. And yet we will save them.
Okay. So, the doors are now drawn, and your, let's see here. Let me get this thing on here. So the doors are drawn, and you all, are you going through them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm letting Markeith go first.
All right. I think this is correct here. Okay.
And then after Markeith goes through, I erase his door and I draw the sign for the rendezvous with Welena Zagat.
Fuck. Oh my goodness.
And Splendor and I go through that one.
Okay. All right. Tim?
Dinfa, do you need help?
I'm gone.
Okay.
Yeah. I do that last.
Okay. All right. So here is what's going to happen. Dinfa, you walk through with Busk. Sorry, and so I just want to make sure, Eabis, you're going through?
Back home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But it's hot in the hills.
Yeah,
So
but
you
she
guys
loves
all
it. She
walk
loves
through.
it.
Some like it hot.
So, Dinfa, you walk through, and you are standing in a sort of very idyllic. It looks like the valley, super green valley of a sort of rich, fertile like mountain range. Everything is green, sort of think Ireland here.
Mm-hmm.
There's clouds in the sky, bright blue sky. You see 3 suns that are within your like vision, and 2 moons that are in the sky. And you are on the shore of a. You cannot see land on the other side of it, so you have mountains behind you, and then you have kind of an ocean that you're facing, and you see 2 winged angels, Azamars, sitting by a tree stump that has a door open in it, and you can see through that there is a town behind, like through the tree stump when you sort of see them, and they both look up at you, and Sam and Tim, you've heard Dinfa's accent.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ. I told you not to fucking do this.
Wait a second now.
And here, let me give you.
Turning John into Chadwick Boseman over here.
How you gonna make us be racist in front of John Watson?
That's pretty good. No, that's good. I like it so far.
The part by the beach, boy.
How many jobs you got? That's all that came to my head. Stupid skits.
Samson Simpson, I stick to my story.
Gonna call Samson. Take you to the moon and back.
The fuck?
Okay. So, Tim,
Yeah.
you have Angel, Tim name. You should have access to this.
Angel Tim
And
name. Okay.
Sam,
This is in the compendium, listeners. This is how
you have.
I see it.
You have it. Sam, you have.
Is this an ASMR?
It's something ish. Yes.
Because then I can get away with it. I only talk by running a brush over a fur blanket.
Okay, and then
Slowly kneading dough.
you have.
Just any ASMR.
Okay, yes, that's good. You have. I don't know why this thing didn't show up for you, but here is Sam name. Okay. And you should have this now. So the 2 of you got the weirdest thing happened to you. You were working on Mount Celestia, which is you were mining diamonds. It is very difficult work. It requires a great deal of concentration and skill. But you both have double lives, and you were pinged by Fitzrall, the king of all goblins, and you were both told in your heads to arrive on Torm's Beach immediately, and you saw an image in your mind of how to draw a door that could open up right on Torm's Beach. And you each did this. You've never met each other. Or no, you know each other, but you did not know that each of you were sort of duly in service to the goblins. And you have an image of a large human and a sort of twiggy Azamar that you are supposed to serve. And the promise from King Fitzrall is that this will take a very short amount of time this afternoon, and they will be back to their work. You'll be back to your work within the afternoon.
Okay.
And you see a door appear on a sandy dune, and it opens up, and here is Dinfa and Busk.
Hello there.
I bid you welcome.
Hello and greetings.
My name is Bjorn Lightborn. And it has been requested that I serve you in your endeavors here.
And I am Johan, and I will also assist.
I appreciate it. I was not expecting help. Do you know Modran or Ansela?
Those names are not familiar to me. But there are always new folk arriving.
Busk screams out. His hand is burning.
Dinfa! Dinfa! Look! What is it? What is it? Look! There it looks to be. Is this a map? Let me see. And it looks like a map to somewhere, Tom?
Yeah, and if the two angels that are with you can see it, they will recognize immediately that this is Moradin's temple. It actually houses the real-life god Moradin, supposedly, and it is in the center of Mount Celestia.
First, let me say on this angel character sheet, a lot of the abilities relate to my relationship with my lover.
Are we lovers?
Huh?
Yes.
Although, okay, because then it's really weird that we didn't know that the other one was
neither one of you
for the
knew that
Goblin
this was
Market.
that the other one was.
Johan, we're going to have a lot to talk about after this.
I know.
I know, that's all you've got to say for yourself.
You have a lot to say for yourself, too.
Yes, well, I'll be saying it. I'll have to say it for both of us, I assume. Come on, let's go. The map leads to Moradin's temple, which sounds kind of like Modran, so maybe that is where you will find whom you seek.
Perhaps. So you recognize this. You can read this.
Well, yes, of course. Yeah, see, that is the Golden Pond, and then over here, that is where the swans frolic, and then there's Moradin's temple.
All right. Busk, you good? I'm fine. All right, and you two, there seems to be a bit of an issue. This...
No issue. Yet. Yes, a meaningful glance over him.
Oh, Bjorn, don't bring our conversations to the public, please.
Well, I can walk off and...
No, let us take care of the business.
Yes, you may have need of a flaming sword of justice, in which case I will be happy to dispense it.
Well,
We would not have been requested if there were no chance we would be needed.
Well, I do appreciate it. Deeply, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Yes, well, we should get to flying. And he takes off into the air.
Flying, you say?
Yes, what? Oh, I see. Oh, well, walking is nice too.
And you could use the door that you opened up.
You know, when you're walking, you notice more things, I think. from this perspective, going so slowly. Gives you time to appreciate the beauty of Mount Celestia.
Yes,
Normally, I would already be there by now. And not have this long moment to appreciate its form and beauty.
Again, I couldn't. Busk and I can do this.
No. No, again, if there were no chance we would be required, we would not have been requested.
Well then. Tom.
Yeah.
There will come a time that I need to put myself in Busk.
Yes, I understand that. I understand that.
Any new listeners starting on this episode may not.
just to catch everyone up.
You just got to put yourself inside Busk.
Just got to put myself inside this hunk of a man. Does this seem like a better place to do it? Or if we walk through the door, does it seem like I will be walking into another realm?
So you're in Mount Celestia now, where you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're a good walk away from the city.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably a 20-minute walk if you walk through the door.
All right.
The question is, do you want to see your parents?
That's what I was going to say.
As your own body?
He may actually want to be present for what's
and strangely,
happening.
It's only a 2-minute fly, if you can believe it.
Is your fly speed that much faster than your walk speed?
Only if he turns into an eagle.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But he's, strangely enough, what's really interesting is that I didn't mean to, but it's good that he got that Sam got the character that's a bit of a dick.
I noticed that
how that always works out that
on the character sheet. It's all this lover stuff, and then it's like, and your lover's a little bit of a dick.
Yeah, on Tim's it actually says you're constantly apologizing for your lover.
I only act this way to try to provoke a response from Johan. He's always so reserved. I miss that fire we had. Constantly trying to prod it out of him.
Yes.
However I can.
I understand. I'm just feeling like a third wheel is all I'm saying.
Do not feel that way. Let us go. Let us take you to this destination on your map.
All right. Busk, please. Lead the way.
Okay.
Yes, this is a beautiful day. Do we have time for a detour past the swans? I believe
Bjorn,
you would enjoy
Bjorn.
it.
He is here with a purpose.
Yes, well, he wasn't acting like it, but okay, let's go.
Busk and Dinfa walk through the door.
I usher Bjorn through first, and then I follow.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you guys go through the doorway, and it's interesting because Mount Celestia is it's a city in name only. Like, it's not bustling. There are creatures about. There are angels. There are archons. There are creatures from the other planes as well. There are humans out walking, and you sort of are passing by things. Dinfa, you really did not remember ever being here. Like, in your mind you did. Like, you said the words, but you were so young that, like, nothing, it doesn't feel familiar to you. Like the mythology you built up about this place, it is at the same time more beautiful and also kind of mundane. Like you're walking on stones.
Mhm.
You know, the buildings are made of things that humans could make or goblins could make. You know, it's sort of you in your mind. You had this like image of everything as being like light and divine and you can smell like human excrement, not human, but like angel excrement, like at the
And it
sewers
smells
that are
great.
just underneath the streets. Like it's still a place where there are people living their lives. And so it's a little disappointing, but it's also quite beautiful. And you're walking through the streets, and Johann and Bjorn are sort of leading you, and they're catching up with each other a little bit. That that they're both on the payroll of the Goblin market, and how weird it is. And then you see this sort of dwarven structure that you expected to be up high, but in fact, it is actually in relief. So you're approaching it, and it has a dwarven wall with, what is the word I'm looking for here? It's the patterns on the wall are very angular and runic. But the wall is only about 3 feet high. And then as you reach this wall, that's sort of a huge square, probably 500 feet on every side of it. There's 2 entranceways that look like gates that are, extend above the wall. And when you walk in, you see that it is actually like an inverted pyramid down into the ground.
Wow.
And your 2 angel guides sort of motion for you to take the lead going down these steps.
All right. Busk goes first, but I'm right beside him or behind him.
Okay. And then Johann, Bjorn, you guys going too, I assume.
Yep.
All right. So you get down to the very bottom, and then the sort of stairs come down, and from the top it looked like, it was just a total pyramid. But you realize the bottom level of the stairs of these blocks that sort of inch down, it's floating. So the last step, you realize that the inverted pyramid has a gap, and the bottom floor enters into an underground cavern. And so you look up, and it looks like you're looking up through this like pyramid, but you're actually down in this thing, and it's not support. It doesn't seem to be supported by anything. So it's almost like you flip this thing upside down and you put it inside a cave. But you can't see that it's a cave from up top. And once you get down there, you're sort of deep in it. And there's a dwarf. So it's you move toward an area that you can see is just full of light, at about 70 feet straight south from where you're standing, and you enter in this vast hall of flame wrought stone and radiant anvils everywhere. So like the anvils are the sort of divine structure here. And you hear, it sounds like someone hammering anvils, but it's many people, and they're playing a song, and the air sort of hums with this sort of divine clack, 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 and then a ping, and then clack, 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 clack. And there's a foot-long river of molten line of hot molten earth that sort of flows down toward the center of this hall. And you step onto the floor, and you realize the whole floor is gold. and a dwarven cleric turns around, and he is standing on one of these anvils playing it like an instrument, and he turns to you and he just stops playing and silently gestures for you to walk down the corridor and follow the molten line.
I'm assuming this looks somewhat familiar to Bjorn and Johan.
It's a dwarven temple.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure you've been inside of it, but it's...
But we would know the etiquette of the space.
Yes.
Like whether we're supposed to be speaking or not. Like just taking the
no
cues.
Speaking. Yeah, for sure, no speaking.
So...
I do have a little whispered aside to Johan. You know, this is what all the kids are listening to these days, but it just sounds like racket to me.
Johan puts his finger over his mouth and rolls his eyes a little bit and then gestures Busk and Dinfa forward on the path.
Okay.
All right, we continue.
Okay. So you make your way down this molten line, and there are two dwarves waiting at the end of the molten line in a small antechamber. And you recognize the shoulders. Now, your father was not a dwarf. But if he had been a dwarf, this is what he'd look like. You recognize the sort of inset eyes that you have, sort of the hunter's eyes that are a little closer together than other people's. His nose and lips, his wide shoulders, but sort of very narrow waist. And then the other dwarf turns, and her eyes are bright and fierce, and she looks at you. And when she speaks, you recognize her voice immediately as your mother's. And she says, "So you made it, boy." Nope, that's not it. John, give me some inspiration. Give me some.
It's easy to lapse into that Irish.
It's easy. Give me that. Give me Dinfa.
So you made it, my son.
Okay. So you made it, my son. Thanks, John.
Sometimes you just got to give them the line reading, you know.
I do not understand.
Then your dad speaks and he says, "We didn't think we'd see you again, but this forge, Moradin's mercy, it keeps those not quite gone."
Modran? Ancella?
Yes. Yes, it is us.
What has happened?
Well, we were fighters, sort of like you. We've been following you since you left Mount Celestia. Yes, boy, we were very happy. Damn it, I can't do it, John. I can't do it. I'm trying my best.
And behold the cavern where we craft our lucky charms.
God damn you, Sam. This is a really intense moment I can't get because of language.
Just do you. It's fine. Do your normal voice.
Okay. How's this? Is this better? I think I got it.
I think
I got it.
Just roll your R's.
Do I detect a hint of Elvish in your speech?
We are aware of your many deeds, boy.
Listen,
laddie.
I total respect for going for this. I'm not like making fun of you. It's just objectively funny.
Just trying so hard. This is gonna be the big moment, the big emotional moment of the season, man. All right, leave it in, double it. Okay, here we go. High risk, low reward. Here we go. Yeah, we were protecting the temple, the dwarven temple, when we died. They were supposed to go and collect you and bring you here so we could commune one last time. But you never showed. They said you was gone.
No. You gave me to the Goblin Market.
We did nothing of the sort, boy. Oh. How did we do that? We were dead.
What? I've spent my life wanting to know the answers to this question. What happened?
All we know is that we were here. We were defending this temple. And we were set upon by demons from the underworld. Here to take Moradin's hammer. And we prevented it, but took many, many casualties. Our bodies were too burnt up. And so the priests here, they bound us to the dwarven powers, bound us to the temple. They swore they sent their men out to look for you, but you were not at the house. No one could find you. Let's take a look at you. You're a real man now, aren't you?
I'm sorry, I am at a loss. I've tried my best to keep your legacy alive, to survive, to uphold the gift you have given me, which is just my life in general. I am sorry if I'm at a loss.
It's okay. You should know that your mother and I would be crying if these were truly our bodies, but we are spirits, and we can only become corporeal here in this room, and only as simulacra of Moradin himself. That's why your mom has that beard. Yes, but I rather like it. It's very fetching.
I'm sorry. I want more time to understand, to know what has happened, but we are actually out of time. You say you are simulacra, but I have been informed that you are in grave danger.
Well, I don't know about how we could be in grave danger where we are spirits. Our souls are here, bound up in the temple.
Your souls. I need you to come with me.
But of course, but we will just be...
No more words. I need you to come with me. There's plenty of time to talk and catch up later. Drop everything. Please.
But we cannot.
You must. Do not talk. We must go now. Someone is coming. They're coming for you.
Okay. Here. And she looks around and she sees the glaive that Busk is holding, and she says, "There, it is a soul vessel he carries. We can go inside of it. What? Come, husband." And they go over to the glaive, and you're approaching, and then Busk, as soon as they enter, you see that Busk is freaking the fuck out. Like his head hurts, and he says, I cannot hold it. I cannot hold it.
What is wrong? What can I do?
Enter me. Maybe you can protect me from this.
Oh God,
it feels evil.
All right, I enter.
Bjorn, by the way, has just been openly weeping throughout this whole scene, and now gasps and clutches both hands to his mouth. Can't believe
body,
the
and then I
scene
fall
playing
down.
out in front of him.
So,
and moves swiftly to catch Dinfa's body as it collapses to the ground.
So you catch Dinfa's body, Bjorn, and as you catch Dinfa's body, give me a history check.
Interesting. I do not have history as a skill.
It'll be intelligence.
Just straight intelligence?
And straight intelligence check, yeah.
17.
Okay. As you catch Dinfa, and Johan, you give me a check as well, a history check.
All right. 17.
Okay. So Dinfa falls over as he's entering Busk, and Johan, you see Bjorn catch this dark-skinned, half Azamar, half human, and you've been listening to this story, and you've just been letting the tale sort of wash over you and getting caught in the emotions of it, and and then you see your lover catch this man, and you realize at the exact same moment that it was the two of you that brought him as a child to the Goblin Market.
Oh shit.
And you did it as a kindness to protect him from the demons that were invading at the time. You do not know these parents. You did not know them, but you just knew that his parents had been killed, and this is no place for a childless half-breed. Mount Celestia, for all its beauty and openness, is not a good place for orphans, and it's a very terrible place for half-breed orphans. And Dinfa, as you take over Busk's body, you realize that your glaive is now sort of vibrating with energy, and you immediately relive your parents' last moments, and you see them sort of standing in front of a field of fiends, and they are led by a horned devil, and it's you sort of see him, and you're like, God, he doesn't move like the other ones, and you see that his eyes are all black and purple, the way Busk's eyes get when you enter him. And you're looking and you're watching, and you have this fear that just suddenly overtakes you, that you know this walk and you know this run, And I'm going to have you roll me a history check as well.
19.
You hear the voice of this devil shout out to all of the devils that are charging. And he says, Moradin's hammer. We must get Moradin's hammer. We must take it back to the archive. Receive the hammer and take it to the archive. And you recognize the voice as that of Fitzrall, king of all goblins.
God damn.
And you're now safely in Busk, and you see the two angels holding your body.
I think you come up upon the end of Johan going, "This moment is familiar. Do you remember?
And
We've caught this one before.
but
And I don't know why you don't remember that we were there at the market. We took him there together. Stop giving me a hard time for things you've forgotten, Bjorn."
Bjorn remembers and instantly noted that Johan remembered at the same time. Because we know each other's faces so well. Johan, there'll be plenty of time for that later. This is not the time. Things are emergent.
When
Where do you abscond with these souls, young man?
when they look at Busk, Dinfa enters Busk, and it's always a moment of intense focus to try and make sure that the things that he's holding aren't things that his other body was holding, but that he has complete control over this new body.
Yeah.
And so he's white knuckling this halberd, and he looks like he's tensing all of his muscles, and he's got control over the physicality of this body, but the emotions are still from this poor limp body that they're holding. And so tears are just streaming down his face of nothing but betrayal from his entire life. And he looks at these two with, he looks at the image of them holding his body as they did those years ago with understanding as he hears what they're saying. And he just says,
We are bound for the market. And we will get answers.
Yes, let us fly.
fly, you say. You keep using that word, fly. About that.
No, wait. We shall run.
Better. Follow me.
Yes.
And we take off.
Okay, you're gonna run, and you run down the molten path over the golden blocks, and you get back to where the dwarven cleric was, and he's standing there, but he's not facing you, and he's sort of holding on to the table that he was standing at, that he had a book open at when you arrived, and he sort of turns to face you, and you see that his throat has been slit, and blood is all down his front, and there are 3 tiny little flying demons sitting in front, like flying around in front of him, tiny, like 5 inches high each. And one of them says,
There they are. Kill them. Kill them. Kill them.
and this is where we're going to end episode 38 of the Goblin Market.
Johan, they've killed Cragmund.
Put the body down. It's time to fight.
Just
all right, when
betrayal
we
on
come back
all
next
sides.
time, we will be in initiative.
Hey,
All right.
listen, man. This campaign takes you to exotic locales and faraway places. People you never thought you'd meet.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to
Indeed.
talk about this angelic relationship we have in the bonus episode.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
can-
think of any other way to describe it, Tim.
On patreon.com/Dungeon Dads
What an adjective.
is where you can go to get it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Come on back for the bonus in a week.
Yeah. Thanks for
Thanks for
coming.
coming
by.
by.
Thanks for coming by.